Tika, for a lot of people out there, this might be the first time they're ever having a conversation about crypto with, people that really know what they're talking about. And they probably have this, image in their mind of what people used to think about crypto years ago is it's for, drug dealers and it's for doing weird things on the internet. I mean, you were one of the early guys that put your neck out and called, Ethereum and some of these things that are now really parts of the infrastructure of these cryptocurrencies on the web. For someone that's just hearing about this for the first time, that has that weird skeptical feeling when it comes to cryptos, how would you explain how that market has evolved so much in the last few years and how you were kind of a part of those early days?
Well, the first thing I would say, it's good to be skeptical. I'm glad you're skeptical because there is an enormous amount of fraud in crypto. Just like in the stock market, in smaller companies, there's an enormous amount of fraud. So I think it's excellent that you're skeptical. But there's also very real projects doing very real work. So back in 2016, there was no formal research in this space. And so what I had to do was travel around the world, befriend different programmers and insiders in this space to find the good projects from the bad projects. And what I realized was, Brian, what tipped me over the edge was that there had never existed an asset that you could transfer in between other people that didn't rely on a trusted intermediary. And that's really what got me excited about Bitcoin and about cryptocurrency in general, that we didn't need to trust a central bank. We didn't need to trust a government. Here is a way that I could transact with somebody that I never met before. I didn't have to rely on trust. I had an asset in Bitcoin that could not be diluted. There could be no more than 21 million coins. I could trust this asset implicitly without having to trust a person because it relies on computer code. And then I looked at something like Ethereum and I said, well, okay, as people create projects built around blockchain, they're going to need a development platform to do that on. And that's what got me so excited about Ethereum. And it was $9 when I first recommended it. And when I wrote that report, that first report, I said, Ethereum's probably going to go to $350. And as I wrote that, I thought, oh my good Lord, how can I sit here and tell people this is going to go to 350? They're going to think I'm just clinically insane. And this was a project, a 17-year-old kid had dreamed it up, Vitalik Buterin. And here he was, this stick of a boy. And I'm going to tell people, oh yeah, put your money into this kid's project. But I was thoroughly convinced that he had created the platform that everybody was going to work on. And ultimately, I was right, but I was too conservative because Ethereum went to $1,400 a coin. So again and again, through 16, 17, 18, 19, through my research and through my contacts, I've had the ability to pick the best performing coin every single year, even in years when crypto has been down 80%, such as in 2018. I picked a coin that went up over 700%. It was the best performing coin of the year. So that has to do with the research that I've done. And if I have any edge in this space, it's my network. I have an incredible network in this space that I've built up over 5 years. And if I see a project, I'll call up my network and I'll say, hey, this project's on my radar. What's the story? And they'll say, oh, those guys aren't real programmers. They're more marketers than programmers. That's a project you want to stay away from. So, having that type of resource to go to gives me an edge, and my readers and subscribers have been benefiting from it for years.